Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Laravel tutorial for beginner. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about everything about Laravel. So once you finish this tutorial, you will have enough knowledge to create your own Laravel project, and I'll show you everything step by step from the very beginning. First of all, I'll show you how you can install Laravel in your laptop or PC. Then I'll show you how you can create a Laravel project. Then we'll talk about route, view, controller. Also, I'll show you how you can insert, display, delete or update data in Laravel. At the end of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can make login and registration system, and also I'll show you how we can make multiple authentication. It means we'll make a login system where both user and admin will be able to log in. At the end, we'll talk about middleware. So those are the things that we're going to talk in this tutorial. So let's get started. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how you can install Laravel and create a Laravel project in your device. So in order to create or in order to install Laravel project, first of all, you need to have three things installed in your device. The first one is Node.js, then Composer and XAMPP. So once you have those three installed in your device, you are ready to create your Laravel project. And how do you know that you have Node.js, Composer and XAMPP installed in your device? So in order to check if those three are installed, just open a command prompt over here. So we saw over here cmd, then press enter. So it will open a command prompt, and if we just saw it here node -v, then press enter. There you can see we are able to see a version over here. It means Node is installed in our device. And if you want to check if Composer is installed, then you need to do the same thing. We need to say over here Composer, then -v, then press enter. And if you are seeing something like this, here you can see Composer and we are seeing the version. If you are seeing something like this, it means Composer is also installed in your device. And in order to check if the XAMPP is installed, you just need to search over here XAMPP, and if you see something like this XAMPP control panel, it means XAMPP is also installed in your device, and you should be able to start Apache and MySQL from here. And if you do not have those three installed in your device, then you can check out the description where I will give some link where you will be able to see the tutorial how you can install Node.js, Composer and XAMPP. So right now I'll just assume that you have Node.js, Composer and XAMPP installed in your device. So after that, what you need to do is that just go to laravel.com. Here you can see laravel.com, and I'll also give the link in the description. So after going to the laravel.com, go to this installation section, and then if we go down, you will see a command over here, Composer create project Laravel/Laravel, and here is version given and this name. Here you can see this is just a random name. You can name it anything. This will be the project name, whatever you just write over here instead of example app. And here you can see we have a command over here, Composer global require Laravel/installer. And if you want to install Laravel globally in your device, then you need to run this command. Now what does it mean globally? It means if you just copy this command and run this command in the command prompt, you will be able to create your Laravel project any folder you want. Okay. Once you run this command, because this command will install our Laravel globally. So right now let me just show you. I am going to copy this command, Ctrl+C, and after that you can just open a command prompt anywhere. So I'll just over here cmd, then press enter. Let me just zoom in, and here I'll paste the command Composer global require Laravel/installer. Then if I now press enter, it will start installing Laravel globally. So this may take like 5 minutes. So right now I'll just fast forward the video, and there you can see installation is complete. So right now, since the installation is complete, so we can just close this. And here you can see we have a command Laravel new example app. So once you run this command, you'll be able to create your Laravel project using this command. Or if you do not run this command, then you'll be able to create your Laravel project only by using this command. So if you did not run this command in your device, then you won't be able to create a Laravel project using this command, but if you run this command, then you should be able to create a Laravel project using this command, which is Laravel new example app. This is the command, and this will be your Laravel project name. You can give it anything. So I'm going to first show you how I can create a project using this command. So let me just copy this, and right now let's go to our folder. Let's go to new volume app, and let's open a command prompt over here. So in order to do that, you need to go at the top. Then you need to search over here cmd, then press enter. Let me zoom in, and here we are going to write our command composer create project Laravel 11 example app. So instead of example app, let's search over here first Lara project. So you can give it anything. Okay, let me just make it smaller. Let's search over here Lara_pro. And if you now press enter, what it will do is that it will create a Laravel project, and the project name will be this one, Lara_pro. And this is the version name. If you want, you can remove the version from here. If you want to like install Laravel 9, you can just say one here Laravel 9, 10 or 8, whatever. Okay. So we'll just press enter, and it will create a Laravel project. So this may take some time. It will take like 2 to 3 minutes. So right now I'll just fast forward the video. Now there you can see our project creation is complete. So right now, if you are installing Laravel project for the first time, it may ask you some question. Just press enter, and you will find something like this. So it means our project is created. And let me just show you. So here you can see we have a project over here which is called Lara_pro. So how do we run our Laravel project? So in order to run our Laravel project, first of all, what we need to do is that here you can see currently we are in the F directory. We need to go to our project directory, which is Lara_pro. So for it, we need to search over here cd Lara_pro, then press enter. And there you can see currently we are in the project directory. And if you find this stuff, then what you can do is that we can just close this. Then we can go to the project location. Here you can see Lara_pro. So we'll go inside, and this is our Laravel project. So right now what we're going to do is that, so we'll go over here at the top. Then here we're going to open cmd. It means we'll search over here cmd and press enter. So there you can see it open a command prompt over here in the project directory. So in order to run our project, we need to search over here php artisan serve and press enter. And there you can see our project is running. So we can just copy this, and if we just paste it in our browser and then press enter, there you can see this is our Laravel project. So I showed you how we can create Laravel project using this command, and creating Laravel project using this command is also the same, but still let me just show you. I'll just close this command prompt and this Laravel project from here, and let's go back, and over here we are going to create another Laravel project. So here we're going to again say cmd, then press enter. Then let me just zoom in, and here you can see our command in order to create Laravel project for this one is Laravel new example app. So let me just copy this. Let's go back, paste it over here, and let's say our this time Laravel project name will be test_Lara. You can give it any name. So right now, if we now press enter, it will start creating a new Laravel project, and the project name will be this one, test_Lara. So I'll just press enter. So it will ask you a question, would you like to install a starter kit? So you can just say over here, if you just press enter, it will select the none option. But if you want to choose Breeze or Jestim, you just need to say over here Breeze or Jestim. So we'll just press enter, and after it we are going to say over here 1, or you can also press 0, that's fine, but we'll use PS unit and then press enter. And would you like to initialize a Git repository? We say over here no, then press enter. And there you can see it started creating our Laravel project. So this may take some time. So right now I'll just fast forward the video. And on one thing, just remember that Laravel will only ask you this question maybe only for the first time. After that, it will just remember your choice. Okay. And after that, it will ask you for shape which database will your application use. So we saw over here MySQL, not SQLite. It will just press enter. It will by default choose SQLite. So we'll choose MySQL and then press enter. And default database updated. Would you like to run the default database migration? We'll say over here no. Then press enter. And there you can see our project creation is complete. So over here at the beginning, we give our project name is test_Lara. And here, in order to run the project, we need to go to our project directory. So in order to go to the project directory, we need to say over here cd test_Lara, then press enter. And after that, you need to run this command, php addition serve. So we say over here php artisan serve, then press enter. And there you can see we are about to see a link over here. So again, we just copy this and let me just show you the project. Here you can see test_Lara, the project that we just created. So right now, if we just run it over here in the browser, press enter. There you can see error, no connection cannot be made because the target machine actively refuses it. So the reason is, first of all, let me just open XAMPP over here. Let me just run my XAMPP. Here you can see my XAMPP Apache MySQL is running. So right now, if I refresh, it will still give me the error unknown database test_Lara. So in order to solve this, what we need to do is that let me just open our code using a code editor. So let me search over here Sublime Text. Then here you can see file option. So right now I'll click on file, then open folder, then go to where our project was, and our project name was test_Lara. This one. So I'll select it, then select folder. And here we'll just actually go to our .env file, and if we go down, here you can see test_Lara, and here in the browser you can see unknown database test_Lara. The thing is, we mentioned our database name in the DB database, but we did not create our database in the XAMPP or in the PHPMyAdmin. So for it, what we need to do is that we need to go to our PHPMyAdmin. Go to the PHPMyAdmin. So I'll come to this link, then go to PHPMyAdmin, and I'm going to create a database called test_Lara, which I just mentioned over here. By default, it get the project name over here, but sometimes it may be different. So let me just copy it from here, from the env files. Then we'll go to our PHPMyAdmin. Then here you will see the new option. Just click on new, then click on the database name, then give the database name over here. Then here you can see the create button. Click on create, and there you can see a database test_Lara is created over here. So right now, if I just refresh, it gave us an error that test table or view not found. So for it, we need to run our migration. So right now, we can just stop this server by pressing Ctrl+C, which is written over here. So I'll press Ctrl+C. There you can see it stopped. So we are going to run this command php artisan migrate and press enter. And there you can see some table is migrated. So right now, if I just refresh my PHPMyAdmin, and here you can see in the test_Lara database, we have some database table over here. So there you can see the thing table is migrated over here. So right now, in order to run our project, what we need to do is that we need to run the project over here. So for it, we need to say over here php artisan serve, then press enter. There you can see our project is running right now. So right now, if we just refresh over here, we are able to see our Laravel project. So those are the way to create our Laravel project. I showed you everything step by step from the very beginning. But if you still have any question or confusion, just let me know in the comment section. In this part of this video, I am going to show you how controller, queues, and route works in Laravel, and I am going to show you everything step by step from the very beginning. So for it, let's go and create a fresh Laravel project. So let's go to our folder and let's say we'll create a project over here. So in order to create the project, we first of all need to open a command prompt. So here at the top, we'll say over here cmd, then press enter. And after that, if we have already installed Laravel globally, then in order to create Laravel project, you just need to say over here Laravel new, and then you need to give your project name. Let's say our project name will be beginner underscore Laravel. So right now I'll just press enter, and here we're going to say none over here. So we'll say over here none, then press enter. You can choose any option from here. So I'll just choose PHP unit. And would you like to initialize a Git repository? We'll say over here no. And here you can see Laravel project is creating right now. So it may take some time. So right now I'll just fast forward the video. And here you can see our project creation is almost complete. So right now we're going to choose the MySQL database. Which database will you use for this application? So we'll use MySQL. So we need to say over here MySQL, then press enter. And would you like to run the default database migration? We'll say over here no, because we also need to create database for this certain project. So we say over here no, then press enter. And there you can see it is done. So right now we need to go to our project directory. So here, let me just show you. Here you can see our project is created and our project name is beginner underscore Laravel. So in order to go to the project directory in the command prompt, we need to say over here cd, then we need to say over here beginner underscore Laravel, then press enter. And there you can see we are in the project directory. So in order to run the project, we need to say over here php serve, then we need to copy this. Control-C. But if we try to run this project in the browser, it will show us an error because we did not create any database. So let me just show you the error. So if I just paste it over here, then press enter, and there you can see no connection could be made because the target machine actively refused it. The reason is, first of all, we need to open our XAMPP over here. So let me just search over here XAMPP control panel. Here you can see XAMPP control panel. We'll open it, and then here we need to start the Apache and then MySQL. After that, let's minimize this. And right now, if we refresh, it will show us different error. There you can see unknown database, beginner underscore Laravel. So first of all, let me just go to the phpMyAdmin. So I'll go to phpMyAdmin. And here we need to create a database, beginner underscore Laravel. And if by default, Laravel take the project name for database. So right now, let me just open the project using Sublime Text. You can use any other code editor. So I'll open Sublime Text. And right now, we'll click on File. Then we'll click on Open Folder. And our project name was this one, beginner underscore Laravel. I'll select it, then select Folder. So right now, if we go to .env file, if you go down here, you can see DB connection is MySQL and DB database name is beginner underscore Laravel. So you can give different name if you want, but we're going to keep this name. So right now, let me just copy the database name from here. And we'll go to our phpMyAdmin, and here you can see the new option. So I'll click on new, and then we need to create a database. So in order to create a database, we need to give the database name, and that database name will be this one, beginner underscore Laravel. So we'll just say one here, beginner underscore Laravel, then click on create. And there you can see a database is created over here. So right now, if we refresh, it will still give us an error that base table or view not found, and some other things. The thing is, we need to run the migration. So we just need to run the migration. So right now, we're going to open another command prompt because in this command prompt, the project is running. So what we are going to do is that let's go back to our project location, and our project is this on beginner underscore Laravel. So we'll go inside, and after that, we'll say what here cmd, then press enter. Let me just zoom in, and here you can see that the error is we need to run the migration. And here you can see that in the database, there is no table over here. So if we just run this command over here, php artisan migrate, and if we just press enter right now, what it will do is that, let me just go to the project, and if you go to database, then migration, and it will just migrate those tables in the database. Okay, here you can see user table, cache table, jobs table, and let me just minimize this, and let me just press enter over here. And since we press enter, and right now if we just refresh our begin underscore Laravel, let me just refresh over here, PSCMyAdmin, and here you can see in the begin underscore Laravel we have some database over here, and here you can see we have the user table and all the table which is coming from our code. So right now if we just refresh our project over here, here you can see this is our Laravel project. So right now I'm going to show you how controller, views and route works in Laravel. So first of all, let's go and talk about views. So here you can see whatever you are seeing over here is called views. So here this view is coming from, let me show you, if we just go to the resource, then inside resource we have views, and inside views here you can see welcome.blade.php. So whatever you are seeing over here is coming from welcome.blade.php. So right now if we just remove everything from here, and if we just over here simple htable, and in the body if we just over here hello and save it, then if we now just refresh over here, there you can see we are only about to see hello over here. So where is this view is coming from, how we are calling this view? So the thing is here, if we now go to routes, then web.php, and here you can see root view. Root view means the home view. We are calling this welcome.blade.php, which is this one, and in the welcome.blade.php we have hello. And if you want to call different view, what you can do is that stop welcome, let's say over here my page, and right now we are calling a view and the view name is my page. But the thing is, in the views there is no mypage.blade.php. So what we can do is that we can just right click on views, then click on new file, and here we are going to say mypage.blade.php, Ctrl S, then save. So right now we are going to say simple HTML, and in the body let's say h1 tag, and let's say I am from my page. So here you can see from the web.php we are calling my page, and my page is this one. So right now if we just save it, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see I am from my page. So right now let's say you want to create a folder in this view, and in that folder we'll keep this my page. Let's just right click on views, then click new folder, and we are going to over here home, then press enter, and let me just copy the code from here, and I'm going to just delete this mypage.blade.php from here. And what we are going to do is that, okay, here you can see from web.php we are calling this my page, but there is no my page over here. So if we now refresh, it will give us an error over here. There you can see view my page not found. So let's go back, and here in the home we are going to just right click, then click new file, and I'm going to over here my page.blade.php, then Ctrl S and save. So here we are going to only say this, I'm from my page. Let's just over here home, and right now here we are calling the my page from here, but the my page is in the home folder. So we also need to mention the folder name over here, and in order to mention the folder name we need to serve over here home, then we need to give a dot over here. So if we now save, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see I am from my page home. So those are the basic of views. So right now let's go and talk about the route. So here you can see that we are calling a route, and that is root view. So right now, if we just over here slash my page, you can give the route name anything you want. Okay. So if you now just set this, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see nothing is found because for the root view, we have mentioned nothing over here, but we have mentioned my base over here, a route. So right now, if we just say over here, slash my page, then press enter, there you can see I am from my page home. And let's say you want to go to the welcome.plate.php for the root view. So for it, what you need to do is that, let me just copy, then paste it over here, and here we're going to mention the root view over here. And here we are going to say, will it return view, and it will be welcome. And I would like to mention one thing, that is, you do not need to mention .plate.php over here. Okay, so let's set this. So for root view, we are calling the welcome view. So right now, let me just refresh. And if we just remove this and press enter, there you can see for root view, we are getting hello, and hello is coming from welcome.plate.php from here. So those are the basic of route, or you can also call it URL. That's fine as well. So right now we're going to talk about controller, how to use controller in Laravel. So first of all, we need to create a controller in order to show you an example. But here, if we go to app, then HTTP, then here controller, we just have a default controller over here. But we do not use this controller. We normally create our own controller. So how can we create our controller? So in order to create a controller, we need to write a command. So we'll go to our command prompt. And then here, in order to create a controller, we need to say over here, php artisan make clone controller. And after that, you need to give your controller a name. So controller name normally starts with the uppercase. So let's say our controller name will be home controller. And the C normally starts with capital. Okay, just give the first letter capital and the controller C capital. And after that, if you press enter, it will tell you where it creates our controller. So our controller is in the app, HTTP controller and home controller. So if we go to this specific location, we'll see home controller. Let me just show you. If you go to app, then HTTP, then controller, and here you can see home controller. So how can we use this home controller? So first of all, in order to use the home controller, we need to mention the home controller in the web.php. We need to say over here use, and we need to say over here add, and A will be capital, and we are going to give the controller location. So the location is app, HTTP, controller, and home controller. So it will be app, HTTP, /controller, controllers. Then we are going to say over here home controller, like this. So right now, once you write this, it means we will be able to call the home controller from our web.php. So how can we call it? So let me just show you. So over here, we are going to create a route, and from that route, we'll call this controller. So we are going to say over here route double clone get to first bracket to single quotation, and let's say our URL name will be test. And after that, so you need to give to single quotation, then you need to say over here /test, then give a comma to third bracket, and then we need to mention our controller name, which is home controller. After that, give double clone, say over here class, comma, and here you need to give your class a name. So you can give over here any name. Let's say over here, you can say over here home or index, anything you want. It doesn't matter. So right now, we'll end it with a semicolon. So first of all, you need to mention your controller name, then class, and you need to give your function name over here. So what you need to do is that here you can see index. So we need to create a function in the home controller. So what will happen is that whenever someone in the URL write over here /test, then it will call the function, index function in the home controller. But we do not have any index function in the home controller. So we need to write it. So here we are going to say over here public function, and it will be index, then to first bracket, then to second bracket. So from here, we are going to return a view. So let's say over here, return view, and let's say our view will be in the home folder, which is this one. Here you can see home folder, and inside home folder, we're going to show out here, let's say index. You can give your blade file name anything you want. Okay, so let me save it, and right now we're going to create a index.blade.php in the home folder. So for it, we'll just right click on the home folder, then click on new file, and we're going to show out here index.blade.php, Ctrl S, then save. So let me just select everything, and we're going to show out here normal HTML, and in the body we're going to show out here h1, I am coming from the controller. I am coming from the controller. So right now, let me just explain what will happen is that whenever we keep /test in the URL, it will call the home controller index function, and our index function will return us this view, return view home.index. And home.index is this one. Here you can see home.index, and in the home.index we have I am coming from the controller. So right now let's can call this /test. So I'll copy this, then in the URL we're going to show it here /test, and here you can see I am coming from the controller. So here we are just giving a URL name over here, and it is taking us to different page. So right now what we are going to do is that over here in this index.blade.php, I'm going to mention an anchor tag over here, and in this anchor tag, let's say over here it will be home. Then let me copy this. Then we're going to show over here, this one will be my page. So right now what we are is that whenever we click on this anchor tag, it will automatically take us to the home page, and whenever we click on my page, it will automatically take us to the my page over here. So for it, what we need to do is that in this href, we need to give two second bracket, then we need to say over here URL to first bracket to single quotation, and here in order to call the route for the home, what we need to do is that here you can see for home we have only slash over here. So we are just going to mention slash, and we are going to do the same for my page as well. So we'll give to second bracket, then with URL to first bracket to single quotation, and for my page our URL name is /my page. So let me just copy this, and we're going to paste it over here. So if we now save, and then if we now refresh, there you can see we have two options. If we click on my page, it took us to this page. I am from my page. So let me go back, and if I click on home, there you can see it is saying hello over here. So this is how you can create view, controller and route in Laravel. So those are the basics of Laravel. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can create a table in Laravel. So here you can see that in my core, if you go to .env file, and here you can see my database name is beginner_Laravel. And if I go to my PSMyAdmin, here you can see for beginner_Laravel, I have some table over here. So I'm going to add one more table over here, and I'm going to show you how you can create table in Laravel step by step. So when you're creating a table in Laravel, you also need to create a model for the table as well. So I'll explain you why you also need to create a model for the table. But first of all, let's go and create a table for this database. So for it, what you need to do is that first of all, we need to open a command prompt in the project directory. So here you can see this is my project. So in order to open a command prompt, we need to say over here cmd, then press enter. And if you want to create a table with model, you need to run this command, which is php artisan, which over here make clone model. And here we are saying model, but we'll also create the migration in order to create the table. So let's say you want to create a table, and the table name will be post. So we need to give a capital P-O-S-T. So make sure that the P is capital or the first letter is capital, and after it you need to give over here -m. -m means migration, okay? and models is model. So, and right now before you press enter, let me just show you the code. Here, if I go to app, then models, here you can see we have only user.php, and if we go to our database, then migration, there you can see we do not have any post table over here. Okay. So right now, if we just, let me just show you, if we just press enter over here, you will see a migration over here and a model over here. Let me just press enter. And here you can see we have a post model over here and post migration is created over here, you can see. So right now we'll just minimize this, and here we'll just directly go to this file, create_post. But let me just show you where is it. If you go to database, then migration, then you will find the post table. So we'll go over here, and here for this table we need to mention some column name. So let me just write some column name. Let's over here $table, this arrow sign. Then we'll say over here string. So the column name will be, let's say, title, and let's just make it nullable. Nullable means it will take null data. It means if you do not give any data for this title, it will not give you any error. So let me just copy this and let me just paste it over here and here. So right now, here after title, we are going to show on here description, and let's say this all will be image. So we can use the same type over here for image string, but for description, let's say description is too big. In that case, the string type may give us some issue. So for it, for description, we are going to use long text. So long text will let us upload a lot of data like a few MB as well in the description field. So right now we need to send this. And after that, what we need to do is that we need to mention this title, description and image field in the post model. So what is the model? If you go to app, then models, and here you can see post.php. So I can just copy this from the user.php from here. So here you can see protected fillable. So I'll just copy this and I'm going to paste it over here in the post model, and I have over here in the table title, description and image. So I'm going to say over here protected fillable, it will be title, then there's description, and this one will be image. So we'll set this, and also just do this part, you are ready to send this migration file in the database. Okay, so for it, in order to have this table in the database, here you can see that if I now refresh, there won't be any post table over here. So how we can send the post table in the database? So for it, we need to run this command, which is php artisan migrate. We need to over here php artisan migrate, then press enter. So what this will do is that this will migrate the new post table that we just created. There you can see created post table. So right now we need to refresh over here. There you can see there is no post table. So right now if we refresh, and there you can see we have a post table over here, and over here you can see as well. So right now if I click on post table, there you can see we have title, description and image field. And let me just explain why you need to create model for the post. The thing is, in Laravel, whenever you want to like upload some data in the post table, or you want to get some data from the table, you need to connect that using model. So every time we want to get some data, we'll call our post model, and our post model will get the data from the post table. Okay, so that's why you also need to create the model for your table as well. So this is how we can create table in Laravel. I hope this tutorial was useful to you. If you have any question or if you face any issue, just let me know in the comment section. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can insert data or you can upload data in the database table in Laravel. So here you can see I have a table over here called post, and I am going to insert some data in those table column. Here you can see title, description and image. So we are going to insert the data in the table, and I am going to show you everything step by step from the very beginning. So first of all, let me just go to the code. And here we'll just directly go to database, then migration, and inside migration here you can see we have a post table over here. So in the previous tutorial I showed you how you can table in Laravel and how you can migrate a table as well. So here in the post table we have added the title column, then the description column and the image column. The image and title are string, but the description is long text. So I just wanted to show you this part. And if you want, you can just follow the previous tutorial. You will get the link at the top right corner over here. So right now, let's just close those. And here you can see routes. So we'll go inside routes, then web.php. And here you can see for the root view, we are returning to the welcome page. So let me just remove those from here. And here I'm going to mention a route, double clone, get to first bracket to single quotation. So here I'm going to mention the root view, then give a comma to third bracket. Then we are going to mention a controller name, which is home controller, which we created. Over here you can see we already added the home controller name over here, and after it we'll give double clone, which over here class, comma, it will be, let's say the function name will be home. So right now we are going to create a home function in the home controller. So let's go to our app, then HTTP controller, and here you can see home controller. So here we are going to say public function home to first bracket, then to second bracket. So from here we'll just return a view. So we say about here return view, and the view will be, let's say, home. So we do not have any home.blade.php in the resource, then views. Here you can see there is no home.blade.php. We have a home folder but not home.blade.php. So let me just right click on view, then click new file, and here we're going to say home.blade.php, Control S, then save. So let's just over here simple HTML, and in the body we're going to say h1 tag. Let's over here add post. So right now what will happen is that when you go to the root view, it will call the home controller home function, and our home controller home function will return us to this view, which is add post. So right now if we just save everywhere, and after it if we just go back to the browser, then refresh, there you can see where our post see the add post in the root view. So let's just have the add post in the center, and in order to upload the data to the database table, we need some input field over here. Okay, so let's go back, and here, not here, in the home.blade.php, let me just mention a center tag over here. So inside the center tag, let me just put this add post, and here we're going to mention a form. So here in this form, we're going to mention a div over here. In this div, we're going to say over here level, and let's say level will be title, and for this level, we're going to mention a input type, it will be text, and let's say name will be title. So right now let me just copy this, and I'm going to have two more input field. One will be for the description and another one will be for the image. So let me just paste it over here, then here. So this one will be for description, and here for description we're going to use text area. We say over here text area, and here for the text area we'll give a name will be description, and this one will be for image. So we're going to say over here image. For the image, the input type it will be file, and name will be image. And we need one more div, and this one will be for the submit button. So for submit button we do not need any title. So here we're going to say over here input type it will be submit, and we'll add a value over here. So we'll say over here value it will be add post. So right now if we save, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see we have some input field over here. So let's go and add the design for the add post button for this button. So for it we are going to use bootstrap. So for it we need to search over here bootstrap cdn.com. Just come to this link and press enter. And right now if we go down here you can see CSS. I'll click on this arrow sign. Then there you can see HTML. I'll click on it, and here you can see copy text to clipboard. After that, let's go back to our code, and we'll go at the head section, at the top of head section, and here we're going to paste the push the CDN link. And after that, what we'll do is that we're going to mention a class over here for this submit button. So the class name will be btn, it will be primary, then save. Then let me just refresh over here, and there you can see add post written over here. So right now let's go and add some design for the level, and let's also add some padding here as well. So let's go back, and here what we're going to do is that for this div we're going to mention a class, and let's say the class name will be div_dg. Then let me just copy this class name, Ctrl+C, and I'm going to paste it here, here, and here. And after that, we'll go inside the head section, and here we're going to mention the style tag. And in this style tag, what we're going to say is we're going to mention this div_design. So let me just also have this div_design for this add post as well. So here in this style, we're going to mention div_design, and this is a class. So for class, we need to give a dot. Then we need to over here div_dg, then to second bracket. So here we'll just say padding. It will be 10 px. That's all. Save, then refresh, and there you can see there is some gap right now. So let's go and write some CSS for the level. So for it, what we'll do is that here you can see we have label for title, description, and image. So here, since label is a tag, so we just need to serve here label like this, then to second bracket. So here we're going to set display, it will be inline block, then we'll serve here width, it will be 230 px, save, then refresh, and there you go. Okay, let's just serve here not 230, let's set only 180 px. Save, refresh. So right now what we want is that whenever we give some input over here, then we add the image and click on this add post button, it will upload some data to the post table. So let's go back, and here instead of padding 10 px, let's over here 15 px. Then here you can see form. So in this form we are going to serve here action, then we'll serve here method. So the method will be post, and we also need to mention enc type. Why we need to mention enc type? Because we want to upload file from here, and if you want to upload file from an input field, then you need to mention enc type, otherwise you will get an error. So enc type will be multipart / form data. And after that, in this action, we need to give a URL. But before that, you need to mention one more thing over here inside the form, and that is @CSRF token. Also, if you do not give the CSRF token, you will also get an error. So here in this action, we'll give to second bracket, then we're going to mention a URL, to first bracket, to single quotation. So let's say our URL name will be add_post, and the method is post over here, because we want to upload data in the database. That's why the method will be post. So right now we need to create this URL in the web.php. So let's go to our web.php, and here we are going to say route /post to first bracket to single quotation / and here you can see our URL name is add_post. So we just serve here add_post, then give a comma to third bracket, and here we are going to mention the home controller name, we'll serve here class. After that, we'll give a comma, then to single quotation, and we need to give a name over here, a function name. So let's say function name will be the same one as the URL name, which is add_post. So we can just save it now, and right now we need to go to our home controller and create this function. So let's go to our home controller, and we're going to serve out here public function add_post to first bracket, then to second bracket. And here you can see this is a post method. Here you can see method is post, and we also said over here route post. So for post route, we need to say over here request dollar request. Why request dollar request? Because we want to request the data from the input field, from the title, description, and also from the image. So that's why we need to say request dollar request. And we want to upload those input field data to the post table. Over here you can see post table. So in order to upload the data to the post table, we need to mention the table model name at the top of our home controller. So here if we go to our app, inside app, here you can see models, and inside model here you can see post.php, which is for the post table. So we're going to mention this post model name over here in the home controller. So how can we mention it? We need to say over here use app /models/post, just like this. So here you can see, let me just show you. Here you can see app, then models, then post. Here you can see app, model, then post. And make sure the post spelling is exactly over here. Okay. So right now, once we add the post model name at the top of the home controller, it means you will have access to the post table in the database. Okay. So right now, let's go back. And here, what we are going to do first is that we are going to declare a variable. You can declare any variable you want. Let's just go with $data equal to, which over here new, then we're going to mention the model name, which is post. So after it, what we will do is that we over here $data, this arrow sign, then we are going to mention the column name where we want to upload the data. So here you can see title. So we are going to mention this title over here. So we over here title equal, and here you can see $request. So we want to request the data from the input field. So we will say over here $request, this arrow sign, and the input will come from here, from this input field, and we need to get the name over here. Here you can see name equal to title. So we will copy this name from here and we'll paste over here. Okay. So here this title will come from the database table name. If we have different spelling, you need to give different spelling over here. And this will come from the input field, which is coming from here. So after title, we have the description. So let me just copy this and paste it over here. And there you can see the spelling for description is over here like this, description. And also over here, the spelling is same. So how we can do is that we can just select both of them and we can just over here $data description equal to request description. So here we also have the image part as well, but we'll upload the image later. Let me just store the title and description first. So here in order to store those data, we just need to say over here $data, this arrow sign, save. So also write this, the data will be stored in the post table, which is title and description. And after storing the data, what we want is that we want to keep the user to the same page. It means this page. So how we can do it? We just need to say over here return, redirect to first bracket, this arrow sign back. If we just say this, it will keep the user on the same page. So right now let's save it. Then let's go back. Let me just refresh. And let's say over here title will be test and description will be test as well. And right now if I click on add post, there you can see it's reloading and data is uploaded. So right now if I just refresh, there you can see title is test and description is test. So right now I'm going to show you how we can upload image in Laravel. So let's go back. And first of all, what we need to do is that in the home controller, we need to get the image in order to upload it in the database. So after description, what I am going to do is that I am going to declare a variable, let's say $image equal to, it will be $request, this arrow sign. So this is just a variable, $image, this is just a variable. So we'll say over here $request, and here you can see for the image file, the name is image. So we are going to just say over here image. So this is coming from the home.plate.php from the input field, and this is just a variable. And after it, what we do is that we'll check if there is any image. So if there is any data in this image variable, it means someone uploaded a image, then this variable will have a data, right? So we'll check that if there is any image, then we'll come over here and we'll store the image name and the image in the database. Okay. And first of all, what we want is that we want every image name in the database to be unique, right? So we are going to change the image name, whatever image we want to upload. So we'll say over here $image name equal to, we are going to mention a time function over here. So using time function, we are going to change the image name. So we'll give a dot over here to single quotation dot and again another dot. And after this, we are going to mention this image variable over here, then keep this arrow sign, then we'll say over here get client original extension. We'll write it like this, get client original extension. I hope you can see it properly. So the C will be capital, O will be capital, and the E will be capital over here. And after that, what we need to do is that we need to store the image in the public folder, here in the public folder. So what we'll do is that we'll say over here $request, this arrow sign, we'll say over here image, we'll say over here then move. So over here basically we are mentioning this request image and we want to move it to a certain location. Let's say our image will be in a folder called post. So what it will do is that it will create a post folder over here, and after it we are going to mention this $image name over here. So what will happen is that it will create a post folder over here, and in that post folder it will store the modified image name which we just changed using the time function. Okay, and after it we will store the image name in the database. So we'll just say over here $data, this arrow sign, and here you can see if you just go to the database, here you can see for image the name is image. So we are going to say over here image equal to, we are only going to keep the image name and we are going to store the image in the public folder and image name in the database. Okay. So let me just explain. So all those 4 lines is required for uploading the image in the database. So first of all, we are getting the image and storing it in this image variable. Then we are checking if there is any image. If there is a image, then we will change the image name using a time function. And after that, we will move the image to a certain location. And the location will be post folder and the image name will be this one, whatever we just changed it into using time function. And after that, we'll keep the unique image name in the database table. So that's why I mentioned over here $data image, which will come from here, just like title and description. Okay. So right now, let's just save it and let me just refresh over here and let's give a title. Let's say title will be yummy. Let's say over here this is a description. Okay, and let's just choose the image from picture. Let's choose this image, click open, and here you can see image.jpg. And if I click on add post, it's reloading and we got an error. Okay, I got an error, call to a member function get client original extension on string. Okay, I think I made a mistake in the inc type. Let me just check it. If you go to our home.blade.php and here you can see inc type equal to multipart / form. Okay, data. It will be data, not date. I'm sorry. So let's just go back and let's go back over here. Let me just refresh here again and let's over here title. It will be yamin, description yamin. Let's choose the image. Let's choose the same image, click open and click add post. And there you can see this time the data was successfully uploaded. And if we now just refresh our post table There you can see we have the image over here in the image column right now. And where can we get the image or see the image? If we now just go to the public folder, there you can see it automatically create a post folder, and in that post folder we have the image over here. So let's try to upload one more image. Let's over here Shakil, then description will be Shakil, and let's choose the image. Let's choose this image, then click open and then click add post. It's reloading and let's refresh our database table. There you can see there is one more data over here with new image, and let's go back, and if we go to the post folder, there you can see there is 2 images right now. So this is how you can upload data in database table in Laravel. I hope this tutorial was useful to you. If you have any question or any suggestion, just let me know in the comment section. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how we can display data from the database table in Laravel. So here we have a table called post, and we have some data over here. We have title, description and image, and I am going to show you how we can display those data from the database table to the Laravel project. So for it, first of all, we are going to have a button over here. Let's say view post, and once we click on that button, it will take us to another page where we will be able to see all the data from the table. So let's go back, and here before add post, we are going to add a anchor tag over here. So we'll keep the anchor tag, then the anchor tag name will be, let's say, view post, and we're going to mention a bootstrap class over here. So let's say it will be btn, it will be secondary. So right now, if we now save, then refresh here, there you can see we have a button over here, view post. So if we click on that button, it will take us to another page. So for it, let's go back to our code. And here in this href, we're going to keep to second bracket, then we're going to show here URL to first bracket to single quotation, and we need to give a URL name. Let's the URL name will be view_post, then save it. And right now we need to create a route for this. So we'll go to our routes, then web.php, and here we're going to say, okay, let me just copy this route, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. So the route will be get, and the URL will be view_post. So let me just copy this, Ctrl+C, and I'll paste it over here. We'll use the home controller, and the function name will be view_post, the same thing. So let's save it. So right now we'll go to our home controller and create this function. So we'll go to our app, http controller, then here you can see home controller.php. So let's go down, and here we're going to say public function view_post to first bracket, then to second bracket. So here first of all just going to return a view. So we'll say over here return view to first bracket to single quotation. Let's say the view name will be all post. So right now we're going to create all post.blade.php in the view. So let me just right click on views, then click new file, and we're going to over here all post.blade.php, Ctrl+S, then save. So here let me just say simple HTML, and in the body we're going to say all post. Okay, let me just over here the center tag, and in this center tag we are going to say over here h2, then we'll say over here all post. So right now let's save, and what will happen is that whenever someone click on this button view post, it will call this URL view_post, and our view_post URL will call the home controller view_post function, and this function will return us to this view which is all post, and all post.blade.php, which is this one. Here you can see all post. So right now let's save everywhere, and right now if we now refresh, then click on view post, there you can see it took us to another page, and here you can see all post. So below this we are going to have a table over here in order to show the data from the table. So let's go back, and here what we are going to do is that let's just go to the home controller first, and first of all what we need to do is that we need to get all the data from the table, from the post table. So in order to get all the data from the post table, what you need to do first is that you need to mention the post model name at the top, which we already did in the previous tutorial. So also add this model name at the top for the table, you're ready to get the data from the table. So here we need to declare a variable. So let's say over here dollar, you can say dollar data or dollar post, whatever. Let's just say over here dollar post equal to, we need to mention our post model name, or we need to mention our table model name. So our model name is post. We'll give double quote and we'll say over here all. So what this will do is that it will get all the data from the post table and store it in this post variable. So here whatever data we have in this post table, we have 3 data over here, it will get all the data from the table and store it in this variable. So right now what we need to do is that we need to give a comma over here, then we need to say over here compact, and in this compact we need to mention this variable which is post. So we only need to say over here post, not dollar post. Okay, so right now what will happen is that using this post we'll be able to get the data in the all post blade.php, all post view. Okay, so let's go to our all post.blade.php, and here we need to mention at the top for each dollar post as dollar post, and we also need to in this for each loop. So we'll say over here at the top in for each. So here we need to use for each loop. Why we need to use for each loop? Because we have multiple data in the table. That's why we need to use for each loop. And here we are saying dollar post as dollar post, and this dollar post as dollar post will come from here. Here you can see post. We are sending the post variable from here. So right now what we can do is that using this dollar post we'll be able to get data from the table. So here in order to get the data we need to give to second bracket, then we need to mention this dollar post. So we say over here dollar post, then this arrow sign, and let me just show you the table. And here you can see we have title column, description column and image column. So here in order to show the title, all you need to do is that you need to say over here title, then save. So right now if we just refresh our this page, here you can see we are able to see 3 data over here, Yamin, Shakil and Abby, which will come from the database table. Here you can see. So in order to show the image, what you can do is that we need to mention the image tag. We need to mention the image tag, and in the source, first of all, we store the image in the public folder. Here you can see in the public post folder. Let me just show you. If we go to the home controller, and here you can see that we stored the image in the post folder, which is in the public folder. So here in order to show the image, what we need to do is that we need to mention this folder name, which is post, then give a slash, and after that we can just copy this and paste it over here, and instead of title we are going to say over here image, which will come from here. Here you can see image. So here what we'll do is that it will get the image name from the post folder, which is in the public folder. Here you can see in the post folder we have some images. Okay, so right now if we just save, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see we are able to see the image, and there you can see also the title over here. So right now we should show those in a proper way, right? So we are going to create a table for this. So let me just remove those, and here we are going to mention table over here, and in this table we are going to have the tier tag, and in this tier tag we are going to have some table header. So let me just copy this and paste it 2 times. So here first of all we are going to say over here title, or let's say over here post title, then we are going to say over here description, and this one will be image. If we now save, then if we now refresh here, there you can see you have post title, description and image. So right now we need to make it look like a table. Right, so, but before that, let me just mention another tier tag over here, and in this tier tag we are going to have the table data. Okay, so for table data we are going to say over here td, and let me just copy this and I am going to paste it again 2 times. since we have two column over here. So let's just give some random data over here. Let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Save. Then refresh here. And there you can see. So right now, first of all, let's go and make a simple design for the table. So let's go back to our code, and here let's go at the top of the head section. Then we're going to mention the style tag. Then in this style tag, let's say over here, mention the table tag. We're going to mention the table tag, and we're going to say here border. It will be on px solid black. If we now save, then if we now refresh, there is a line over here right now. So let's go back. So right now we're going to write some CSS for the th tag and the td tag. So let's go at the top, and here we're going to say th, then to second bracket, and we're going to say over here padding, it will be 10px, and we'll say over here text align, it will be center. If we now save it, then refresh here, and there you can see we can also let's say add a color for the text, also add a background color as well. Let me just add that as well. So here we're going to say the text color, it will be white, and the background color, let's say it will be blue. We can also mention the font size if you want. Let's say over here font size will be 15px. Save, then refresh, and there you can see. So instead of padding 10px, let's make it 20px. Save, refresh. So I think the design is fine right now. So right now let's go and show the data from the database table. And here you can see that td, we have some random data over here. Let me just remove those, and we're going to get the data from the table over here, right? So in order to do that, what we need to do is really simple. We just need to mention over here at the rate of for each, we'll say over here $post as $post, and this for each loop will end after this tier tag. So we'll say over here at the rate of int for each. So here we're going to give to second bracket. Then in the second bracket we need to mention this $post. So we'll mention this $post, this arrow sign. Then we need to mention the column name, which is title, and this title will come from the database. Over here you can see title, description, and image. You need to write it exactly you have over here. So let's go back, and I can just copy this and paste it over here, and this one will be description, and this one will be the image. And for image we need to mention the image tag. In the source we need to mention the folder name, and then we need to say over here post image, just like I showed you earlier. So right now if we save, then refresh, and there you go. And since the image size is different, so we need to add some style over here. So for the image we're going to say over here width, it will be 200. Okay, so if we now save, then refresh here, and there you go. And if you want, you can also add some design for the post title and description as well. Let me just show you. Here we have the td tag, right? So here what we are going to do is that we're going to mention over here td, and we're going to say over here text align, it will be center. You can also mention font size, it will be 13px. If you want, you can also add a background color, let's say black, and text color, it will be white, whatever you want. So right now save it, then if we now refresh, and there you go, it looks different, right? So this is how you can display data from the database table in Laravel. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and welcome to Laravel tutorial for beginners. So in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can update or edit data in Laravel. So here you can see you have title, description, and image, and I'm going to show you how you can edit those data, and I'm going to show you everything step by step from the very beginning. So first of all, let's go and have a update button over here, or let's have a edit button over here. So for it, let's go back to our code, and we'll go to the here you can see all post, you can see post title, description, image. So after this we're going to have another th, And in this stage, we're going to over here, let's say edit. And after it, what we're going to do is that inside this for each loop, we're going to mention another TD over here. We'll say over here TD, and in this TD, we're going to have a anchor tag. And in this anchor tag, we're going to say over here edit. So right now, if we save, then if we now refresh here, there you can see we have the edit column over here and we have the edit text over here. So right now, let's go and add some design for this edit button. So for it, we are going to add a bootstrap class for this anchor tag. So here we are going to say over here class, it will be btn, let's say primary, and let's save this. And we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to add bootstrap serial link at the top of the head section. So for it, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to search over here bootstrap serial link, and I can just copy this from here, the bootstrap serial link, Ctrl C. Then I will just paste it inside the head section, Ctrl D. So right now, if we save, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see we have a button design over here. You can see the edit option, and the design also changed a little bit because of bootstrap. So right now, what we want is that when we click on the edit button, what it will do is that it will get the specific ID for a specific post, and it will also show the ID over here. So for it, let's go back and let's go down, and here you can see for the edit we have a href. So we'll give to second bracket over here like this. Then we're going to say over here URL to first bracket, then to single quotation. So let's say the URL name will be edit_post. And right now we also need to get the specific ID for which post we want to update the data. So whenever we click on, let's say, this edit button, it will get the ID for this post. So in order to do that, what we need to do is that we need to give a comma over here. And here you can see using $post, we are able to get the title. So using $post, we should also be able to get the ID as well. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to say over here $post, then this arrow sign will say over here ID. So why we use ID? In order to update a specific post, because ID is always unique. Over here you can see for the post table we have the ID column, and ID will be always unique. Okay. So right now, once you just write this, the URL name edit post and the get the ID, then save. Then if we now refresh here, then if we now click on this edit option, it will show you ID over here. Let me just show you. If I now click on edit, there you can see in the URL, you are able to see edit_post/ID, which is over here. You can see edit_post, and we are able to get the ID. For example, here you can see ID is 3. If we choose different one, for example, if we choose this one, click on edit, there you can see the ID is 4. And here you can see 404 not found because we did not create the route for this. So right now, let's go back and let's go back to our code. And let's go and create a route for this. So we'll go to our routes, then web.php. And here we're going to copy this route, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it over here, and the route will be get, okay, and the route name, it will be edit_post. So we are going to say over here edit_post. We'll use the home controller, and the function name will be edit_post as well. Okay. And right now here you can see that we are sending the ID from here as well. So we also need to cache the ID in the route. So in order to cache the ID, we need to give a slash over here, then to second bracket, and all we need to do is that we need to say here ID. So right now let's save this and let's go to our home controller and create this edit_post function. So we'll go to our home controller, let me go down, and here we're going to say public function edit_post to first bracket, and from here we are sending the ID, right? So we also need to cache the ID over here. So we say over here $ID, then to second bracket. So right now what we are going to do is that we are just going to return a simple view from here. So with our here return view, let's the view name will be edit, or let's say over here update underscore post. Okay, we also need to send the specific data for this ID, but we'll do it later. Right now, let's go and create a update underscore post or blade.php in the views. So here I'll right click on views, then click on new file, and I'm going to sort here update underscore post dot blade.php, Control S, then save. So here we're going to say simple HTML. Then in the body, I'm going to mention the setter tag, and in the setter tag, let's just over here update post. Okay, so right now what will happen is that whenever someone click on this edit button, it will call this URL with the specific ID, and our URL will call the home controller edit underscore post function, and our edit underscore post function will return us to this view, which is update underscore post, which is this one. So right now, if we just refresh here, then click on, let's say this one. If we click on edit, there you can see the URL is edit underscore post 3, and we have a text over here update post. So right now we're going to have some input field in order to update the title, description and image. So for it, let's go back, and here inside this center, we're going to mention a form over here. Then in this form, we're going to have some div. So in this div, let's over here level, and here we are going to set title, and for this title we are going to say over here input field. We need a input field for the title, so the type will be text and name will be title. So let me just copy this, then paste it over here and here. So this one will be description, and this one will be the let's say image. Okay, let's just say over here old image, and we'll show the image from the database table. So we will not use any input field, and here we'll say change image, and for the image the input type will be file and name will be image, and over here for description we are going to use text area, and here the name will be description. And let me just add one more div over here, and this one will be the submit button. So input type will be submit, and we'll say over here hello, it will be update post. So right now let's set this, and if we now refresh, then click on any edit option, there you can see you have the title, description, old image text, and change image option, and the update post button. Let's just add a simple design over here, and in order to add the design, we can just copy from the home.blade.php from here. So I'll just copy this style from here, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it over here in the head section. Ctrl V over here, and here you can see div underscore design and padding 15 px. So we are going to have this class name for every div over here. So I'm going to say over here class name will be div underscore design. So let me just copy, and let me select each one of them, each one of the div, then I'm going to paste over here, then save it. So right now if we refresh, there you can see the design changed a little bit. So here what we are going to do is that for update post and for title, we are going to get the data for the specific post. So here you can see the post title is Yamin. So right now if we click on edit, in the title it should show us Yamin, and it should also show us the description. So right now what we are going to do is that we are going to get the data for a specific ID in the input field, and in order to do that, what we need to do is that we'll go to our home controller.php, and for this edit underscore post we are going to declare a variable over here. Let's say $data equal to, you can give the variable name anything you want, okay, equal to, we are going to mention that model name, which is post, double clone, we need to say over here find $ID. So here you can see post, this is a model name, and you need to make sure you have added the model name at the top. And after it, you need to say over here find ID. So what it will do is that whenever someone click on a specific post, it will get the ID and send the ID to the web, the route, and our route will send this ID to this function, and this function will find the specific ID in the post table and store that specific ID's data in this $data variable. Okay. So let's say if someone click on the ID whose ID is 2, then it will get the data for ID 2. Like it will get the title, description, and image for the ID 2. And right now we'll just send this data, specific data for the ID to this view. So here we're going to say comma compact, then we saw here data. So right now we'll go to our update underscore post, and here you can see we have the input field over here for title. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to mention a value over here, and in this value we'll give to second bracket, and here you can see from the home controller we are sending data from here, a specific data, only single data, not multiple data. So we do not need to use any for each loop. We just need to say over here $data, this arrow sign, and for which column you are trying to get, we are trying to get the title. So in order to get the title, you need to say over here title. So right now if we save it, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see we are able to get the title. So the same way we can also get the description as well. So let me just show you. So here you can see text area. So for text area, we need to give to second bracket over here, then we need to say over here $data, this arrow sign, description. So save, then if we now refresh here, there you can see you are able to see the description. So right now we are going to show the image that we have in the database, and in order to do that, that is simple. Here you can see old image. So here we are going to mention the image tag, and in this image source we are going to mention where is our image, and our image is in the post table. So we are going to mention the post table / to second bracket, then here we say $data, this arrow sign, image. So right now if we save, then refresh, okay, the image is broken. So here before this post we'll give another /, okay, save it again, then let me refresh, and there you can see the image is showing over here. So right now let's make the image smaller. Let's over here width, it will be 150, save, then refresh, and there you go. So this is the old image. So right now in order to change the image, we need to give the new image and click on update post button. So we can also add some design over here as well. So let me just copy the bootstrap CDN link, and we'll paste it at the top of the head section. And right now over here for the submit button, we're going to mention a class, and the class will be btn secondary, save, then refresh, and there you go. This is the secondary button. So right now what we want is that when we change the data over here, then click on update, and if we now change the image, then click on update post, it will update the data for this specific post. And in order to do that, what we need to do is, let's go at the top, and over here in the update post we mention a form over here. So we need to mention over here action, then we need to say over here method, and we also need to mention over here enc type. It will be multipart / from data, FORM, form data. So we need to mention this because we also want to update the file from here, and in the method will be post, and in this form we need to mention at the end of CSRF token. So in the action we'll give to second bracket, then we'll show here URL to first bracket to single quotation. Let's the URL name will be update underscore post, and we'll also send the specific ID from here. So in order to send the specific ID, here you can see dollar data title. So the same way we can also get the ID. So we'll show here dollar data this arrow sign ID. So right now we need to create a route for this with the ID, and the method will be post. So right now let's go to our web.php, and from here I'm just going to copy this route, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. So the route will be post. So we'll show here post, and here you can see edit underscore post. So it will be actually update underscore post. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to paste it over here, and the function name will be the same one, update underscore post. And we also need to catch the ID over here because we are also sending the ID from here. So right now let's go to our home controller and create this update underscore post function. So let's go to our home controller.php, and here we're going to say public function update underscore post, and here we need to mention two things. One is request dollar request, and after it we need to give our here dollar ID. And let me just explain why request dollar request, because from the update underscore post.blade.php we are sending the title, description and the image from here, right? So in order to catch those we need to write request dollar request, and we are also sending the ID from the route. Here you can see we are sending the ID, so we also need to catch the ID over here. Okay, so that's why you need to write it like this for update. So first of all you need to declare a variable. Let's say it is dollar post. You can say dollar data, that's fine as well, but this time let's go with dollar post equal to, we are going to mention the post model name, double quote. The same way we need to show here find dollar ID. So why we need to find the specific ID? Because for a specific ID we want to update the data, that's why we need to find the specific ID. And this ID is this one. Here you can see this ID is this one. So right now after this what we are going to do is we are going to show here dollar post, this arrow sign with our here title equal to. So here we are mentioning this dollar post over here, the variable, and then we are saying the title. Here you can see this title will come from the database table. If someone wants to like update the title, they will be able to update the title. So here we'll show here dollar request, this arrow sign, and we need to catch the title from here, from update post.blade.php. So here you can see name equal to title. For example, let's say it is title 2. Then what you have to do is that you just need to show here title 2. But let's just show here title and also title over here because that make more sense. So this title will come from here. So after title we have the description. So let me just copy, then paste over here, and this one will be description. So I'm going to show here description, and this will come from the database, and this will come from the update underscore post.blade.php from here. After this we have the image, but let me just show you like this. We'll show the image a little later. So here we are going to say dollar post, this arrow sign, save, and after saving the data we'll return the user back to the same page. So we'll show here return redirect back. So what will happen after saving the data, it will send the user back to the same page. So right now let's save this and let me just refresh over here, and here you can see okay, let me just go back, and here you can see Shakil, the Shakil description. I'll click on edit, and instead of Shakil let's over here John, and here you can see the Shakil des, let's say the John description, and right now if you click on update post, it reloaded and it kept us on the same page. But if we now go back and let me just refresh here, and here you can see John, the John description. And if we now just refresh our database over here, you can see John, the John description. So we are able to update the title and description. So whenever you click on edit, it will automatically keep the title and description from the database. And if you do not made any changes and click on update, it will just keep the whatever title you have over here, title and description. So right now, let's say you want to update the image. So in order to update the image, what you need to do is that, first of all, let's go and declare a variable with our here $image equal to, we need to request the image. So with our here request image. And here you can see request image. This image variable is basically this one. Here you can see change image, you should type file and name equal to image. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to give a if condition. If there is a image, it means if someone gives a image, only then we'll update the image, otherwise we'll keep the old image. Okay, so that's why we are giving a if condition. If there is a image, and then we are going to show on here $image name. First of all, we'll change the image name. So we'll change the image name using time function. So we'll say over here time, and we'll give a dot to single quotation. Inside it we'll give a dot and again a dot, and after it we are going to mention this $image over here, then this arrow sign, then we'll say over here get client original extension like this, and two first bracket. Okay, so let me just write it over here like this, and there you can see. So we need to write image name equal to time function. So we are basically changing the image name using time function. So after it, we are going to show on here $request, this arrow sign image, then this arrow sign move, we'll give to first bracket to single quotation. And here you can see we stored the image in the post folder. So we also need to update the image in the post folder as well. So here we are going to mention the folder name post, and then give a comma, and we are going to mention this $image name. Paste over here, and after it we are just going to say over here $post, this arrow sign image equal to, so here you can see we are just mentioning this $post over here, and the image, this the column name for image. So this name will come from the database table, and here we are going to store the image name. So we'll just over here image name, and that's all. So those 4 lines is for updating the image. So right now let's save this, and let me just refresh over here. Then let's say John Wick, and the description will be John Wick description, and let's change the image from here. Let's give let's say this image, click open, and right now if I click on update post, it reloaded, and there you can see the image changed over here. Okay, right now let's do one thing, and that is after updating the image, it will go back to the this page view_post. Okay, so we are going to say over here instead of return redirect back, we are going to say return redirect, it will be view_post. Save it, and let's go back to the browser and click on this edit button, and let's change only image this time. So instead of this image, we'll choose, let's say let's choose this image, click open, and then click update, and there you can see it took us to the view_post page, and here you can see only the image updated over here. So this is how you can update data in Laravel. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and welcome to Laravel tutorial for beginner. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how we can delete data in Laravel. So what we will have is that we are going to have a delete button over here, and also you click on that delete button, it will delete that certain data. So for it, let's go back to our code, and first of all, we are going to have a delete column over here and button over here. So let's go back, and here you can see we have the edit table header over here. So after this table header, we're going to have another table header, and in this table header, we're going to say delete. And right now we'll go down, and here you can see we have the for each loop. So for this, after this td, edit td, we're going to have one more td, and this will be for the delete. So here, let me just mention an anchor tag over here. And in this anchor tag, we're going to say delete, and we're going to also mention a bootstrap class over here. So with our here class, it will be btn danger. So right now save. Then if we now refresh, then you can see we have a delete button over here. So auto-on is that when you click on this delete button, it will delete a certain data. So for it, let's go back to our code, and here you can see href. So in this href, we are going to give to second bracket, then with our head URL to first bracket to single quotation. So here we need to give a URL name, and let's say the name will be delete_post, and we also need to get a ID for which ID we want to delete. So for example, when you click on this delete button, it will get the ID for this specific row. For example, for Yamin, the Yamin description, let me just go to the post table, and here you can see we have an ID over here, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to get that ID, and depending on that ID, we are going to delete a certain row. Okay, so first of all, we need to get the IDs, right? So for it, we need to give a comma over here, and here you can see using $post, we are able to get all the data, title, description. So we'll also be able to get the ID as well. So we say over here $post, this arrow sign ID. So right now, if we save it, then refresh, and let's click on this delete option. If I click on delete, there you can see in the URL, we are able to see the URL delete_post, and we are also able to see the ID, which is 3. And 404 not found because we haven't done anything for this URL. So right now, if I click on this, and here you can see the ID is 4 over here for this. So right now, let's go back, and for this, we are going to create a route. So let's go to our routes, then web.php, and let me just copy this route, Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. So for delete, the route will be get, and the route name is over here, you can see delete_post. So I'm just going to say over here delete_post, and we are also sending the ID from here. Here you can see. So we also need to cache the ID. We will use the home controller, and the function name is will be delete_post. You can give any other name, that's fine. So right now we'll go to our home controller and create this function. So let's go to our home controller, and here we're going to say public function delete_post to first bracket, and first of all we need to cache the ID over here. So the ID we are sending from here, we need to cache it over here. So here, what we are going to do is that we are going to declare a variable with over here $data. You can declare any variable, that's fine, equal to. After that, we need to mention the model name. So here you can see our table name is post, and for the post table, our model name is also post, and we also add the model name at the top of our controller. So it means we have access to the post table. So right now we're going to add the model name over here with over here post, double clone, we need over here find to first bracket $ID. So here what we are doing is that using the ID, we are trying to find the specific post and store that in this $data variable. So after it, what we do is that use over here $data, this arrow sign, delete. And after deleting the data, we'll keep the insert to the same page. So we saw here return, redirect back, and that's all. So in order to delete it, you just need to find the ID, delete that, and come back to the same page. So right now, if we now refresh here, and let's say you want to delete this one, the last one. So for it, all you need to do is that click on delete option, it will reload, and there you can see the data is deleted. And after deleting the data, it keeps us on the same page. So this is how you can delete data in Laravel. I hope this tutorial was useful to you. If you have any question, just let me know in the comment section. Hello everyone, this is Ialin, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how we can make authentication in Laravel. Authentication means login and registration system in Laravel using a Laravel package called Brace. And I am going to show you everything step by step from the very beginning. So right now, first of all, we are going to create a Laravel project. So for it, let's just go back to the folder where we want to create our project. Let's say we'll create a project over here. So for it, we need to open a command prompt over here. We need to serve over here cmd, then press enter. And let me just zoom in. So here, in order to create a Laravel project, we need to run this command, composer create project Laravel/Laravel. And after it, we need to give our project name. And let's our project name will be Laravel_project. You can give it any name, but this part will be always same. Okay, so right now we'll press enter and it will start creating our Laravel project. So installing Laravel project may take some time. So right now I'll just fast forward the video. And here you can see our Laravel project creation is complete. So right now we can just close this. And here you can see Laravel_project that we just created. So right now, in order to run our project, we just need to go inside and we'll just say over here at the top, we'll say over here cmd, then press enter. And there you can see it open a command prompt in the project location. Here you can see Laravel_project. So right now we're going to say over here PHP artisan serve and press enter. And there you can see, so right now we just need to copy this and let's go back to our browser. Let's paste it in the browser, press enter, and there you can see this is our freshly created Laravel project. So right now we are going to make authentication system or login or registration system in this project. So for it we are going to use Brace, and in order to use the package Brace, we need to write a few commands. We have total 5 commands. This is the project creation command, Laravel project creation, and from here the Brace installation started and ended. And we also need to make some changes in the code as well. So right now here you can see the command is composer require Laravel/Brace --dev. So right now we're going to copy this command and then we'll go back to the project directory. So here you can see this is our project Laravel_project. So we'll go inside and we'll open another command prompt over here. Then press enter, and right now we'll just paste the command composer require Laravel/Brace --dev and then press enter. So it will start installing required Brace packages, and there you can see it is done. After it, we need to run this command php Brace install. So let me just copy this, paste it over here, php Brace global install, then press enter. And then it will ask you a few questions. Which Brace stack would you like to install? I will go with Blade. Then press enter. I will say over here no. Let's say 1. And then it will start installing and building dependencies. So right now again, I'll just fast forward the video. And there you can see our php Brace install command is also done. So after it, we need to run this command npm install. So let's say over here npm install, then press enter. Then after npm install, we have npm run build. So we are going to say over here npm run build, then press enter. And there you can see it is done. But before we run the php migrate, we need to make some changes in our code. So for it, let's just open our project using a code editor. You can use Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, or any other code editor. So I'm going to use Sublime Text in order to open our project. So right now I'll just click on file, then open folder, and our project was in new volume F, project name was Laravel_project, this one. So I just select the folder. So right now we will just directly go to our .env file, and here we'll go down, and here you can see DB connection SQLite. So instead of SQLite, I would write over here my SQLite, because I'm going to use my SQLite and the DB host will be okay, that's fine. But here you can see database name. Let's say database name will be Laravel_project, username root, password null, that's fine. So right now we need to create this database. So in order to create this database, what you must have is that you must have your, here you can see my Apache and MySQL is running over here. So you must have those two running. Okay. So after it, we'll just go back to our XAMPP. I mean the PHPMyAdmin. Here you can see PHPMyAdmin option. Then we'll click on new option. Then we'll give our database name, which was Laravel_project, and then click on create. So here you can see database is created over here. Here you can see database name is Laravel_project, and over here you can see as well. So right now we are about to run this command php addition migrate. And what will happen if you run this command? Let me just show you. If we just go to our database, then migration, inside migration we have 3 tables over here: user, cache, and job table. So all those 3 tables will be migrated to the database table. Okay. So all those tables will be migrated to the database. So right now we are going to run this command php artisan migrate and press enter. Okay, database connection MySQL not configured. Okay, what we need to do is that instead of MySQL, we need to say over here MySQL. Let me save it again. Let me run the command again. And there you can see all those tables is migrated to the database. So right now, if we just go back and just refresh our database table, and there you can see there is few table over here. Here you can see users table. Then we also have the jobs table and the cache table over here. So which came from here. Here you can see user table, cache table, and jobs table. So right now, if we just refresh our Laravel project, there you can see we have the login and register option. If I now click on login, it will take us to the login page, and if we now click on register, it will take us to the register page. So right now let's try to register a user. Let's say the name will be Yamin, email will be yamin@gmail.com, then password 12345678, confirm password, the same password, then click register. It took us to the dashboard. So right now let's log out and try to log in. So right now if we now click on login, then give our email, which is yamin@gmail.com, and password is 12345678, then click login, and there you can see we are able to successfully log in. And if we now refresh our user table, there you can see there is a user over here. So this is how you can make login and registration system in Laravel. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can make multi-auth in Laravel using Breeze. So multi-auth means we'll let both admin and user login, and both of them will go to different dashboard, and I am going to show you everything step by step from the very beginning. So right now let's go and create a fresh Laravel project. So let's go to our over here to this location, and we'll create a Laravel project over here. So right now we're going to open a command prompt over here. We'll say over here cmd, then press enter. And in order to create the Laravel project, we need to run this command, composer create project Laravel/Laravel. Let's say our project name will be multi-auth. You can give any name you want. Okay. This is just a project name. So right now, if we press enter, it will start creating our Laravel project. So it will take some time. So right now, I'll just fast forward the video. So there you can see our project creation is complete. So right now, if we just close this, here you can see we have a project over here, multi-auth. So right now, let's go inside, and here you can see this is a Laravel project. So right now, we're going to open a command prompt in the project directory, so that we can run our Laravel project. So let me just say over here cmd at the top, and press enter. And in order to run the project, we need to say over here php artisan serve and press enter. And there you can see server is running. So right now let me just copy this and paste it in the browser and press enter. So here you can see this is our freshly created Laravel project. So right now we're going to add the database name in our project. So for it, let me just open it Using Sublime Text, you can use any code editor like Visual Studio Code or Atom and things. So right now, after clicking the file, I'll click over here, open folder. Then we'll just go to the project location, and our project is this one, multi-auth. Select it, then select folder. And right now, I'll just directly go to the .env file. And over here, if we go down, here you can see DB connection. I'm going to show over here my SQL, and here DB database instead of this one, I'm going to show over here multi-auth. You can give the database name anything you want. That's fine as well. So after giving the name, just save it, then you can close it. And after it, let me just go to the browser. Then we'll go to our PCMyAdmin. So make sure your Z is running, and after that just go to PCMyAdmin, and then here you get the new option. Just click on new, and here I'll give my database name, which was multi-auth. Then click on create, and there you can see a database is created over here, and there is no table inside the database. So first of all, what we'll do is that we're going to install this package in our Laravel project. Then we're going to make some changes in the user table in order to make multi-auth. So let's just go back to the project location, and in the project location we're going to open a command prompt. So we saw over here cmd, then press enter. Then in this command prompt we're going to run some command in order to install this in our Laravel project. So we are going to show over here composer require Laravel /breeze -- dev. Then we press enter. So it will install require breeze package in our Laravel project, and there you can see it is complete. So after this, we need to say this command php artisan breeze, then clone install. So it will install breeze right now, and it will also ask you some questions. So here you can see which breeze stack would you like to install. Is it Blade, Livewire, React, Vue, or API? So we're going to choose the Blade on. So we saw on here Blade, then press enter. And do you on run mode? We say here no. And here we're going to use the PST unit. So for it, I'll just show it here on, then press enter. After that, it will start installing the dependencies. Okay. So right now, again, I'll just fast forward the video, and there you can see it is complete. So after this, we need to run this command npm install, and after npm install, we need to show over here npm run build. Then press enter, and npm run build is also done. So right now we need to run the command php artisan migrate, but before that we need to make some changes in our code because we want to make multi-auth. So right now let's go back to our code editor. I'm in the Sublime Text. Then here you can see in the project we have a database folder, and inside database we have the migrations folder. And in the migrations folder, here you can see we have user table. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to add one more column over here. We are going to say over here $table, this arrow sign, let's say over here string, to first bracket, single quotation, let's say it will be user type. So we are going to add this column over here, and the user type will have a default value, and that default value will be user. Okay. So we are going to add this column in the user table. So just save it, and after that you can just close this. So right now what we are going to do is that we are going to go back to our command prompt, and right now we are going to run this command php artisan migrate. Press enter, and there you can see all the table is migrated. So right now let's just go back to our browser, and here you can see in my PCMyAdmin, if I now just refresh over here, there you can see in the multi-auth database we have some table, and here you can see we have the user table. So if we just go inside user table, here you can see name, email, and the user type field over here. Okay. So right now if we just refresh our Laravel project over here, let me refresh, and here you can see we have login and register option. So right now let's go and register a user. If I now click on register, and here let's say it will be user name, then email will be user@gmail.com. Let's give a password over here, then confirm password. After that, click register, and there you can see we have a registered user over here. So right now if we click logout, it will take us to the home page. So right now let's go and register onboard user, and this user will be for admin. So let's say over here admin, email will be admin@gmail.com. Let's give a password over here, then give confirm password, and after that click register, and there you can see we are able to successfully register. So let's just log out again, and right now if we just refresh our users table, there you can see we have two user over here. There you can see user@gmail.com and admin@gmail.com, and by default the user type is user, because over here in the database migration in the user table we mention over here the default value for the user type will be user. Okay, so right now what we are going to do is that for the admin we are going to change the user type. So here I'll just click on edit option, then let me go down, and for the admin we're going to say over here instead of user we're going to say over here admin. Then let's go down and click go, and there you can see the user type changed to admin. So right now what we want is that when the admin login, it will take the admin to the admin dashboard, and when the user login, it will take the user to the user dashboard. Okay, so right now let's just go back to our code editor, and what we are going to over here is that we are going to first create a route for the admin, so that when the admin login, it will call that certain route. So here we are going to say route. Okay, before creating the route, let's go and create a controller first. So let me just go to the command prompt again, and here I am going to say php artisan make clone controller, and let's say the controller name will be home controller. So right now if we press enter, and there you can see a controller is created. So right now let me just show you the controller. If you go to app http controllers, and here you can see home controller. So right now we need to add this home controller in our web.php. So here we're going to say use app /http /controllers / it will be home controller. So we have added our controller over here. So right now let's go down and create a route over here. So we're going to say over here route double clone get to first bracket to single quotation, and for the admin the route name will be admin / let's say dashboard. The route name you can give anything. Okay, so we'll say over here admin / dashboard, then we'll give a comma over here, then to third bracket we're going to mention our controller name, which is home controller. We say over here home controller double clone class comma, we need to give a name over here. Let's say the name will be index. So right now let's save this, and right now we'll go to the home controller and create a index function. So let's go to app http controller, then home controller, and over here we're going to say public function. We're going to say over here index, then to first bracket, then to second bracket over here, and from here we'll just return a simple view. So we say over here return view, and the view will be, let's say, admin.dashboard. So right now we do not have any admin.dashboard.blade.php in our view. If we go to resource, then views, there you can see there is no admin folder. So right now first let's go and create a admin folder. So right now I'll click on view, then click new folder, and here we're going to say here admin, then press enter, and there you can see we have a admin folder. So in this admin folder we're going to create dashboard.blade.php. So let me just right click over here, then click new file, and we're going to say over here dashboard.blade.php, Ctrl S, then save. So right now let's just over here simple HTML, and here in the body we're going to say admin. Only for now, we'll also add the logout option over here. So right now, how do we call this route when some user is trying to log in? Let me just explain you a little bit about login. When the user login, it take the user to the dashboard, and the dashboard is basically in the views. Here you can see dashboard.blade.php. This one, and welcome.blade.php is basically whatever you are seeing over here. Okay. So right now what we're going to do is that instead of dashboard, when the user type is admin, it will take the user to this route. I mean to this URL, and this URL will return us this view admin.dashboard, which is this one. Okay. So how do we do it? So in order to go to this view, what we need to do is that we need to go to our, okay, let me just show you step by step. We need to go to our app, then HTTP, and inside HTTP we have controllers, and inside controller here you can see we have the auth folder, and inside auth here you can see authenticated session controller.php. So right now I click over here, and here you can see a auth is added over here, and if we go down here you can see we have a function over here, public function store login request. So handle an incoming authenticated request is this one. Okay. So here what we are going to do is that after this second line request session generate, we are going to just add two more line over here. We are going to say over here if to first bracket dollar request, this arrow sign, we are going to mention the user table name into first bracket. Okay, this is the user table name. Okay, so after it we are going to give this arrow sign, and here we are going to mention this user type. Here you can see user type, right? We have user type, user or admin, right? So we are going to mention this user type over here. So we are going to say over here user type, then we need to give triple equal 3 times, equal give equal 3 times, and we are going to give to single quotation, and we are going to say over here admin, then we'll give to second bracket. So here what we are checking is that whenever someone will try to log in, it will first check the user type. If the user type is admin, then we'll return the user to the this route. Okay, admin / dashboard. So we're going to say over here return redirect to first bracket single quotation. We're going to say over here admin / dashboard. Okay, so let me just explain it again. So whenever someone is trying to log in, right? So someone is trying to log in, and when they are trying to log in, when they give their email and password, it will check for that certain email and password, it will check the user type. Okay, so if the over here in this public store function, it will check if the user type is admin, then it will call this route return redirect admin / dashboard, which is this one. Here you can see admin / dashboard. And if the user type is not admin, then it will go over here. Here you can see return redirect intended route dashboard. There you can see dashboard. Okay, let me just remove the absolute false from here. It will return the user to the dashboard, which is in the also in the web. Here you can see dashboard, and this dashboard will return the view dashboard, which is in the views dashboard. Here you can see this view. Okay, so right now let's go and try to log in. So right now let me just refresh over here, and here I'm going to give the admin Gmail, then give the admin password over here, and here you can see for the admin dashboard we have a simple just admin text over here. For now we'll also add the logout option. So right now if we just click on login, there you can see it is took us to this URL admin / dashboard, and admin is written over here. So right now we need a logout option in order to log out for the admin. So what we are going to do is that Here, if we can just directly copy the dashboard.blade.php code from here. So I'll just Control A, Control C, and we'll go to our admin, then dashboard.blade.php over here for the admin. If we just remove those, paste the code, and if we remove this on, we can say over here admin dashboard. Okay, says. So right now, if we refresh, there you can see admin dashboard is written over here. And if you only want the logout option, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to remove those. Let's go back to the simple HTML tag. Here I'm going to say over here again admin, and we're going to have a logout option. So for it, what we can do is that we'll go to this layouts folder. So inside layout, we have navigation.blade.php. So right now I'll just directly go down, and here you can see I have a form over here. Here you can see for authentication. This is for the logout option. Here you can see logout. So I'll just copy this form, Control C, and I'll just paste it over here. Then save it. And right now, if I just refresh my admin dashboard, there you can see I have admin written over here, and I have the logout option. Okay, I'll also remove this from here. Then save it, and let me refresh. Okay. So there you can see admin text and logout. So right now let's go and check if the logout works or not. So right now if I click on logout, there you can see it took us to the home page. So right now let's try to log in as a user. So right now if I click on login, then give the user's email and then the password over here, then click login. There you can see it took the user to the user dashboard. So we are able to successfully log into the both admin and the user dashboard. And when admin try to log in, it take the admin to the admin dashboard. But when the user try to log in, it take the user to the user dashboard. But there is still one more issue over here. So there you can see a user is logged in right now, and if he tries to access to the admin dashboard, he will be able to. If I just say over here admin/dashboard, which is the admin dashboard URL link. So right now, if I just press enter, there you can see a user is able to access to the admin dashboard. And this shouldn't happen, right? So in order to do that, in order to protect the admin dashboard, we need to use Middleware. So how can we do it? Let me just show you again step by step. So we need to go to our command prompt again. And in order to create a Middleware, we need to run this command, which is php artisan make clone middleware, and we need to give our middleware a name. So normally we start with a capital letter, and you can give your middleware name anything you want. So I'll just say over here user type, or I can just say over here, let's say admin. Okay, so we are going to create a middleware called admin. So right now, if we just press enter, and there you go, a middleware is created in this location. Here you can see app, http, middleware, and admin.php. So right now, if I just go back to the code, then if I now go to the app, then http, inside http, you can see we have a middleware folder, and inside middleware, we have admin.php. So right now, we're going to write a condition for our admin. So here, what we're going to do is that we're going to write a if conditions. We say one here if, then we check the auth, if auth user, I mean the user table, this arrow sign, we're going to mention the column name, which is user type, not equal admin. So we give to second bracket. So right now what we are doing is that if the user that is trying to log in, if his or her user type is not admin, then we will just return the user to the dashboard. So we say over here return redirect to the dashboard. It means, let me just explain it again. If the user type is not admin, it means it must be a user, right? So it will send that user to the user dashboard. And if the user type is admin, then the request is fine. Okay, send the user to the admin dashboard if the user type is admin. And here one more thing we need to do is that here you can see we are using auth over here. So at the top we also need to mention that. So here let me just copy this on, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. We are going to over here use illuminate backslash support backslash packets backslash auth. So we are mentioning this auth over here. It means we'll have the access when a user is trying to log in, and we'll be able to get the user type. So right now we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to register this admin.php middleware. So for it, here what we need to do is that here in our project you can see we have a bootstrap folder, and inside bootstrap we have app.php. So we need to go over here, app.php, and here you can see with middleware function middleware $middleware. So inside this, let me just write it over here. So inside this we need to write 2 lines of code again. So here we need to say over here $middleware, then this arrow sign we need to say over here alias like this, then to first bracket and to third bracket like this, and indeed with a semicolon. So right now inside this we need to measure middleware. So let me just press enter, and here we are going to mention a variable. So we are going to say over here admin. You can name anything, but we'll just go with admin like this. Then we'll give this equal and is greater than sign. Then we'll give this backslash. Then we are going to mention, okay, let me just show you app. There you can see app, HTTP, middleware, and then admin.php like this. So after app, we'll say over here app, then HTTP, then we're going to say over here middleware, then backslash, it will be admin. We'll say over here double clone class like this, then a comma. And if you have more middleware like admin, you can just add them over here like this. Okay, you can just add them over here like this, but we only have one middleware over here. So we are able to successfully create the middleware, but again we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to mention that middleware for this route. Okay, so here we are going to give this arrow sign, then we are going to say over here middleware to first bracket and to third bracket. So here first of all we'll check the on if a user is logged in, and after that we'll check the middleware. So we'll say over here admin, and here you can see this admin will come from m.php. So here you can see admin. So this is basically this one. Okay, so just save it, but let me just explain it again. Whenever someone is trying to log in, and if there is any middleware admin, then what it will do is that it will first check the user type. If the user type is not admin, it means user, then it will send the user to the dashboard. And if the user type is admin, then it will say that okay, the request is fine, go wherever you want. Okay, and we are just over here just register the admin middleware, and that's all. Okay, so you must give this middleware or admin over here. So right now let's save it, and right now let me just go back. Let me refresh, and here you can see a user is logged in. So right now if a user try to go to the admin dashboard, if the user over here admin/dashboard and press enter, there you can see it will keep the user to the same page. And over here in the admin.php, if you just over here instead of dashboard, if you just over here slash, it means it will send the user to the home page. So let me just show you. If I just say again over here slash admin/dashboard, then press enter, there you can see it to the user to the home page. Okay, so if you want, you can also create a middleware for the user so that the admin cannot access to the user dashboard. And you can also create middleware for, let's say you have one more user like manager, you can then create a middleware for manager as well. So this is how you can make multi-auth in Laravel using brace. Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I am going to talk about middleware and how you can use middleware in your Laravel project. So we use middleware in order to protect a certain page. For example, we have two users, one is regular user and another one is admin, and we have a page where we only want the admin to have access. So in that case, we'll use middleware. So using middleware, we can stop regular user to get access to the admin page. We can also use middleware for like age as well. If the user age is below 18, then we will not let that user have access to that certain page. We can also use middleware like this as well. So right now, let me just show you how we can use middleware in our Laravel project. So here you can see this is a Laravel project and we have login and register option over here. So I have made this login and register option using JStream, and here I have a users table, and in this user table we have two email address over here. Here you can see name, email and user type, and here you can see the user type. We have user and admin user type. So right now what we'll do is that we'll create a page in our Laravel project, and we'll only let the admin to have access to that page when they are logged in as an admin. So the user won't have access to that page, okay, when they are logged in as user. So in order to do that, first of all, let's go and create a page first. So let me just go to my code and we'll go to resource, then views. And inside views, let's say we'll just create a blade file over here in this view. So we'll just right click on the view, then click new file. And let's say the file name will be admin page.blade.php, Ctrl S, then save. So here we'll just write simple HTML, and in the body we are going to say only admin is allowed to this page. So right now let's just set this, and we're going to create a route for this page. So let's go to our routes, then web.php, and here let me go down, and let's say the route will be get, and the route name will be, let's say, admin page. We'll give a comma, we'll give to third bracket, and let's go and mention the home controller name. We'll mention the class name, and to single quotation, let's say the function name will be page. So let's save this, and right now let's go to our home controller and create this page. So for it, we'll go to app http controller, and then here you can see home controller. So from here we'll just return the simple view. So here we're going to say public function page to first bracket, then to second bracket. So we'll just say over here return view, and our view is this one. Here you can see admin page.blade.php. You can see this one. So we are just going to serve here admin page. So right now if we just save this, and there you can see our URL is admin page, right? So we'll just go to our browser, and if we just write over here /admin page and press enter, there you can see only admin is allowed to this page. So we are able to see this because we haven't added any middleware in our Laravel project. So right now, let's go and create a middleware for our Laravel project. So in order to create middleware, we need to go to our command prompt, which is in the project directory, and we're going to serve here. In order to create the middleware, we need to serve here PHP artisan main clone middleware, and we need to give our middleware a name. And the middleware name we normally give a uppercase. So let's say the middleware name will be admin. Then if we now press enter, there you can see a middleware is created. So where is the file located? If we just go to app http middleware, there you will find admin.php. So let's go to our code, and then here if we go to app, then http, inside http, there you can see we have a middleware folder, and in middleware we have admin.php. So here first of all what we check is that if the user is logged in and the user type value is user or admin. So over here in admin.php, we need to check that. So in order to check if the user is logged in, we need to say over here, use illuminate /support /packets / it will be auth. So right now using this, we'll be able to check whether a user is logged in. So right now in this public function handle, we need to write a condition. So the condition will be, we need to say over here a if condition, we'll say over here if, then we mention auth /clone user. Here you can see user, this is our user table name, and we are using auth over here in order to check if a user is logged in or not. Then we'll give this arrow sign, we'll say over here user type is equal is it admin. If the user type is admin, then we are going to say okay, the request is fine. And if the user type is not admin, we are going to say over here abort 40 on. It means it will show us a message that unauthorized access. And return next request, it means okay, the request is fine, go ahead if the user type is admin. And we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to register this admin.php. So in order to do that, we need to go to our, here you can see bootstrap folder, and in the bootstrap folder we have app.php. So here you can see middleware with middleware function, middleware. Here we need to write 2 lines of code in order to add this admin middleware. So here we are going to say $middleware, this arrow sign alias to first bracket to third bracket like this. And after it, let me just write it like this. And here we are going to mention a variable. You can name it anything. We can say over here admin or admin type, anything, that's fine. So we'll go with admin. Then this equal is greater than sign. Then we'll give this /, then we'll say over here app /http /middleware /admin. We'll give then /, we'll say over here class, then indicate with a comma. So here we are just basically mentioning the app http middleware and then this admin.php over here. Okay, so we can just save this. It means we created our admin middleware. So right now what we need to do is that we need to add this middleware with our admin page. Here you can see route get admin page. So for this we are going to add this middleware, and in order to add that middleware, what we need to do is that we need to give this arrow sign, then we need to say over here middleware to first bracket to single quotation. And here you can see we write over here admin equal to this middleware. So we need to write this admin or whatever your variable is over here to over here. So let's set this. So here in the admin.php, we mention over here if the user type is admin, only a certain request will be accepted. And we mention over here the middleware admin for admin page. So right now, let me just refresh over here. Then let me just log in as an admin first. So right now we'll give our admin username over here. Then we'll give the admin password over here. Then click login. And then you can see currently we are in the admin home and we have the logout option. So right now here you can see for the admin, the user type is admin. So right now we should have access to our admin page, right? So let me just copy this. And if we just say over here, instead of /home, if we just say over here /admin page and press enter, there you can see only admin is allowed to this page. So the logged in user had access to this page. So right now let me just log out from here and let me just log in as a user. And let's see if a user can have access to that page when they are logged in as a user. So right now over here we'll give the user email, then the user password here, click login. And there you can see currently a user is logged in, and over here you can see for the user the user type is user. So right now, since the user is logged in, so right now if we just try to go to the admin page, it should show us this abroad 41 message. It means unauthorized, because the user type is admin over here. So right now, if we just go back, then if we just say over here /admin page and then press enter, there you can see it showing us a message for unauthorized. So there you can see unauthorized access. So instead of this unauthorized access, you can also send the user to a specific view. For example, if you just over here return redirect, and if you want to send the user to the home page, so we'll just over here the /. It means it will send the user to the root view. So right now, if we just save it, and if a user is logged in over here, and if we now try to go to the admin page, it will send us to the root view. So right now, let me just press over here enter. There you can see it took us to the root view. So right now, let me just go back, and from here I'll just log out, and we'll check if a logout user can have access to the admin page. So there you can see currently I'm logged out, and if I just say over here /admin page, then press enter, it will give us an error. Let me just show you. There you can see attempt to read property user type on null. So the thing is, let me just go back to the admin.php. So here you can see all user type, and here we mention our middleware admin. So the thing is, whenever we are trying to go to the admin page, it will check the logged in user type. But since no user is logged in, so it will give us an error. So in order to solve that issue, we just need to say over here, okay, let me just remove this from here like this. We just need to give to third bracket over here, then to single quotation, we need to over here, or then comma, to single quotation, then admin, like this. After that, what it will do is that whenever we are calling this URL, it will check if there is any logged in user, and if there is no logged in user, it will send the user to the login page. So right now, if I now, let me just go back over here, and if I just say over here /admin page, then press enter, there you can see it send us to the login page. So this is how you can use middleware in your Laravel project. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the future tutorials.